multiple drinks here, multiple drinks. Having the caffeine along with more caffeine. Green tea. I don't know what I'm doing this morning. I really don't. Hello everybody, how is everyone doing today? So I am back with another video, and today is all about begonias. And so with that being said, I want to talk about some of my favorite begonia because they have started to become something that I really, really love. So I hope all of you are having a great week, great day, great night, great morning, wherever you are today. It is really gloomy here today. We have the gloomy dooms and a lot of high wind here. So with that being said, I also had to kind of adjust my garden stuff out there because of this. And well, yeah, so I was working on that all day yesterday, knowing that yesterday was a little windy, but today is just, it's off the charts. So yeah, enjoying the wind today and wanting to lay in bed, which I can't be doing that. So yeah, the gloomy weather makes you want to just, like I always say, get a movie and cuddle. So begonias are really awesome plants. I actually really do love the begonia plants. I feel like with this genus of plants, everything is like, they're all different. They're all colorful. And if you're really into colorful plants, begonias probably the way to go as well because of that. I have so many here. Well, not so many. I just got about 5 that I want to show you guys that really have my attention at the moment, and which is crazy because I figured, you know, I would have some other ones up here that I don't have. But on this first one, it is, and I don't know, like I always botch names, but like this is the Begonia Camours. This one is a really amazing begonia to me. When I got it, it was super small, so it was just a really tiny little baby. It's still kind of small, but trust me, a lot bigger than what it was. I got it as like maybe 1 little leaf, 2 little leaves, and this thing is doing amazing in my cabinet. So the cabinet is a place that it does love because begonias, well, they love humidity, and so it does grow really fast in there. Any kind of plant that's loving humidity will always grow a little bit faster in a high humidity environment. And this one has definitely done the thing in there. I love this plant because it's got these dark leaves, and I like how it has like these prominent like stripes of, I don't know, that's like the veining or what that is, but yeah, it's veining. So it's got that really, really bright, it's like a greenish color of a veining in there. And it kind of reminded me of the listata in a way. But, and it's also got this crazy looking like sharp edges. So it is one crazy looking begonia and I absolutely love it. So at first I wasn't sure if I really wanted it because I was like, well, what is it gonna look like? But after looking it up and doing a little bit of research, it's just something that I was like, you know what, that'd be really cool to have something different in my collection. And definitely it's different compared to some other plants that I do have. So yeah, and then you can see that leaf on that side a little bit more. And I just think it's just so cool. I think begonias are just amazing. So this is the first one that I wanted to show you. I just think it's awesome. And just like with any other begonia, if you do get this one, what I do with my watering, I just wait till my pots are really light before I water any of my begonias. And so far they've been doing pretty good with that. And I use the same soil in all of my plants pretty much, unless it's a carnivorous plant. I pretty much do use the same soil and everything, and they seem to be doing well. From my understanding, begonias do love fertilizer, so they like to have the food. So don't forget to fertilize. So I do fertilize these often, and just because that's what they like. So my next one that I do have here for you is the Begonia escargot. It is the black escargot. When I saw this, I was like, man, that's really cool. And there was another one kind of similar just recently that I kind of wanted to buy, but I was like, well, it reminds me a lot of my black escargot. So I was like, well, why am I going to want to buy something that's kind of similar? Although now I'm kind of regretting that I didn't get it, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure they'll get it again. But this one is like solid, like black. And it does have some burgundy to it, which is behind the leaves, have that burgundy. It's kind of like this other one as well that I just showed you. And it has like the burgundy behind there as well. I got hair hanging off of this thing. Jeez, I shed lots of hair, lots of hair. Anyways, this one also has a little bit of that bright kind of greenish veining in the middle here. And the leaves are kind of curly here at the edges, which I think is really cool, which gives it that escargot type look. But yeah, I think this one is just awesome. And one of the main features of this thing right here, of this beautiful plant, is that when you do shine a light on it, you do see that blue iridescence on this plant. So it's really neat to see. And I don't know, honestly, just the fact that these leaves are like pretty much almost black is what gets me more about this plant than anything else, I have to say. The growth of this plant is pretty good. It's pretty rapid as well. Yeah, I don't have this one in inside of my greenhouse cabinets at all. This one is actually just here in my humidity of nothing pretty much. And it's doing great. It loves it. So you can keep this one out of the cabinet. It doesn't need it. I don't even think this other one would need it as well. I just put it in there. But other than that, this one does amazing. I don't even have this one in really bright light. It's kind of hiding behind me. I do have my chia pins, and then I have my Monstera Thai constellation, and it does give it some shade from the grow light, and it's still growing like crazy. So just kind of let you know that this one doesn't really need super highlight, but it thrives in both from what I've seen. So this is basically it for this one. It's my black escargot, and like I said, plenty of fertilizer. I use the same soil for all my plants. I don't make anything special. And this one I also water whenever the pot is like super light. So the next plant that I do have for you here is the Brazilian lady. Now this Brazilian lady is considered a cane begonia. Absolutely love this plant. It's been growing super fast ever since I did get it. I had it when it was itty bitty, just like all these other ones. And this one is growing super fast on top of my Mills Bow cabinet over there. It's also next to the black escargot, and it's doing amazing. This one also doesn't get tons and tons of light, but it does get some, and it's been doing great. The leaves on it are a little fuzzy, and then they are pretty dark as well. And then they have the reddish burgundy color on the back as well. I love that the stems are really like kind of like a brightish green, kind of brings out the plant in a way to me. And I think it's just gorgeous. These leaves compared to my other cane begonia that I do have are a lot smaller. So if I do bring one of those other begonias this way, you'll see that the leaves compared to this one are a lot bigger. And unfortunately, I don't have one of those in my favorites this time around, but maybe next go around I will. But I do love this one because of its distinct small little tiny leaves, and it also has like the little bit of green veining, kind of like what most of my begonias do have. But I love the fact that it's pretty simple, and it's just beautiful and gorgeous at the same time. So this one, like I said, is a fast grower. It does the thing for sure. And like what I've noticed with any begonia, if you do overwater them or they get any kind of like cold air, cold drafts, the leaves do tend to kind of fall off. So you just want to be careful with that. That's why, like I always say, I just wait until the pot's pretty light before I will water any of my plants at all, just to prevent any kind of rotting or leaves falling or anything like that. I will show you my other begonia that's it's my strawberry begonia. It's been by the window, and I'll kind of show you kind of the leaves are getting soft on me because the cold drafts of the air were coming in, and I think it was getting to it. So right now I'm having it in kind of like a recovery in hopes that it won't die on me, which I don't think it will, but if it starts to kind of like look like it wants to die on me, I'm going to take off some babies and redo that whole plant. But other than that, it seems like it's doing okay. But yes, this is the Brazilian lady, and she is gorgeous. So yeah. Okay, so for my next one here, I do have the Listata. Now the Listata is a freaking gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And this one does get kind of bushy. It's a shrubby, bushy plant. And I absolutely love the leaves. This one also has the green veining in the leaves, but it's really, really prominent compared to some of the other begonias that I do have that have the green. Also, like it's got a really like the fuzzy leaves on it have like this purplish fuzz. I don't even know if you can see that, but it's got like a purplish fuzz on there. And these are really thick. Kind of reminding me of what is it called? I can't think of them plants because I don't even have a lot of them. Succulents. That's what it reminds me of. The leaves are so thick, they remind me of succulent plants. And I don't know, it's just so freaking gorgeous. And then the right here, like the stems are furry and fuzzy as well. This is one of the coolest plants that I had ever seen. And I thought, you know what, I really want that one. And once I got it, I was more in love with it than when I just saw it in the pictures. But you can see how both sides are fuzzy. It's not just the top or anything, but both sides are super, super fuzzy. And I just love the coloration of the leaves itself. This one has done amazing. This one is actually growing in my room under a grow light, and it's doing great there. It's growing pretty quickly, I must say, and definitely a stunner. So this is one I recommend for sure if you're looking for a stunning begonia. It's beautiful, beautiful, easy care. I love this one. So far, pretty much all of them are. As long as you don't overwater them or have them in like a really cold, drafty area, they should do fine. Okay, now I have a last one here, and this one's by far my favorite. It's been my favorite for a while now. Oh my gosh, and I can already feel like another begonia coming on that's probably going to be my favorite as well, which will probably be in a future begonia video, but this one is my Begonia ferox. This one is so freaking stunning. Like the prettiest begonia that I have ever seen, in my opinion. I absolutely, absolutely love this one. These little guys that look like chocolate chips, they're so freaking cool. They are called, is it boule or something like that? That's what these are called. And these do let off like a little bit of like these hairy little guys at the end. I've noticed like on some of them. It's not on all of them, but they do have like these hairy little, like these little hairs coming out of them. out of that boule or whatever it's called. I think it's just so freaking cool. This is one of the coolest begonias that I do have. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This one has kind of features of my Polensis if it didn't have these little guys on top. But I love the red stems or petioles or whatever they this ones are. And they're also very hairy as well. And then you can see this new baby coming out here. Oh my gosh, this one is just so pretty. And it's also blooming for me. So it's got those pretty little blooms. I don't know if I can stop shaking so you can see them. But it does have the pretty little bloom. It's just a cutie. And I do have one of these little guys to hold the stems together, because if you don't have this on here, the stems do spread really wide. So if you do have the space for it, by all means, let them flow. But like me, they're in my cabinet and I have so many anthurium in there. Everything is getting really packed because everything's growing really big. And so I have that together that way for right now. I think it looks really cute. And then it also saves some room for the other plants in there as well. So this one is in my Millsbow cabinet and it loves it in there. I'm not too sure. I think this one will be fine outside of the cabinet, but I really just wanted it to be in the humidity it needs because I didn't want the leaves to get too crispy. And I was always afraid that this one might get crispier leaves than my other begonia if I didn't have it in there. But if any of you guys know whether they do outside of the cabinet or not, just let me know, because I may pull it out one day and just keep it on one of my shelves. But for now, that's pretty much its home. Also, look at the back of these leaves. I think they're really cool. You can see like where all those boule are. And I think it's so cool. And then the coloring and everything back there. I think the front of the leaves are gorgeous, but the back of all the plant leaves are just amazing as well. So I like to show those as well. But this one is an absolute stunner, and it's my most favorite out of every single begonia that I have at this moment. So yeah, and I mean, can you blame me for real? Like, it's so gorgeous. But yes, you guys, that was pretty much all the begonias I wanted to show for today. I do have quite a few. I have about 15 to 20 more or less begonia, and there are some on my wish list that I do want. Mainly for my terrarium, I do want the Sarawak. So I've been wanting some terrarium begonias to go in there. I do have a couple of others in my other cabinet that I just truly love as well. But I had to show these because these are my absolute favorite ones. Like I said with begonia before, I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that the soil that I do use is the same soil. So it's kind of like a aerated soil for, like, it's like kind of an aeroid soil, but I just use it for that one. Begonias do like to tend to stay just a bit moist, but not overwatered. So that's why I just go by the weight of the pot, and I really don't feel the soil. I was kind of scared to have begonia in the beginning of my whole journey with begonias because I had already killed off. My very first begonia had croaked on me as soon as I walked in here, and I was just like, you know what, this sucks. And then I was like, I don't want nothing to do with begonia. But then you know what, I thought I'm gonna give them a chance because they're just gorgeous and they're so unique and they're all different, and just the coloring and everything. I mean, I am more of a dark leaf basic. I can go with basic leaves and be fine. But if you're a colorful and you love colors, begonia is the way to go. And like I've always done it, I just wait till the pot is light and then water, and it's worked for me like amazing. Now, I've had a cane begonia die on me before, but I also believe it's because it was just real sensitive to the cold. And where I have a lot of my begonia are over there in the back behind me by that drafty door. which now it hasn't been as cold, but I know with any kind of change in the draft and the way, whether it's cold or warm or whatnot, it can cause kind of like a shock to the begonia. So I have my strawberry begonia. Let me go grab her. So here is my strawberry begonia. The reason I wanted to show this begonia to you guys is, I mean, she's stunning. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she was once in one of my favorite plant videos. But I've had this one by the door, which is kind of drafty over there. And so her leaves actually started getting really soft, and I know it's due to the drafts. So like even when the pot was light and I watered her just because of the cold air and all that stuff, now she's like the leaves are a little soft. These leaves are usually pretty firm, and now they're not that way. So I'm hoping she does recover. She does still look beautiful and gorgeous, except the leaves are also kind of like, they're not to their full potential, if you will. So it's kind of making me sad. Some of the babies did fall as well. That's how I know that there's something going on with her. But I think she's going to make it. I think she'll be fine. I may go ahead and move her away from the door just for now to see if it will help onto the other side, which I think, I'm pretty sure she'll be okay. But if not, I will update you on this and hoping that she will. But she's still gorgeous. She's still very pretty. And I love her hanging little pups. They're absolutely stunning. But yeah, some of the pups did fall off yesterday. I was like, oh no. But hoping that she will be okay. Because usually even like these little, like the hanging pups, this little, I don't know what you call these, but they're pretty strong and kind of a little bit more firm. And right now they're not. They're kind of flimsy. And so it's kind of making me a little worried. But yeah, that is what I wanted to show you with this one. So that just letting you know that putting them by drafty doors, if it's too cold or like the weather changes on and off, it's not a good idea for these. I do have Hoya up there that do fine with the drafts, but the begonias, I've noticed they don't do so well. Also, my other begonia that died, it was a cane begonia. I can't think of the stupid name for some reason, but that one did die off on me because of the cold drafts as well. And the leaves just slowly all fell off and it died. I think it had root rot. And so I was so sad. I don't like when my plants die, but I mean, sometimes it happens. You know, you have to learn and do better next time. So yeah, I'm hoping this one stays alive because this one was one that I did get free and she became one of my favorite ones. And these leaves are just gorgeous. And I'm just like, oh no, but yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go put her back and quit yapping. But yeah, guys, that is it for today. I do hope that you did enjoy this video and the different begonias that I did have to share with you guys today. Some of my favorites in my collection. And of course, I'll be having a future video of others that will become my favorites because that always happens. Things change around through the year. And so yeah, things may change for me. But I do want to get some more begonias that do have the blue iridescence on there. I know the Sarawak is one of them. I just love that it's a smaller begonia that I can keep inside of my terrarium as well. But yeah, that is it for today. If you guys did enjoy this video and you are interested in more content, don't forget to subscribe for future videos and don't forget to like this video. And I'll see you in my next one, y'all. Bye.